On this night, the fate of Barnabas Collins' mission to the past hangs in the balance. He has found out when Quentin Collins will die, but not who killed him. And so, in the cellar of the old house, he tries once again to try and transcend time and space and return briefly to the present in search of information. Barnabas relies on the mysterious powers of the I Ching to guide him back to the year 1969. While in the house above, Edward enters to find him and kill him.
Professor Stokes! Professor, what could have happened to him?
Whatever happened to him, whatever time or world his astral being may have traversed, we shall never know. The one thing we can assume is that Barnabas Collins is dead.
I have no idea what form of supernatural hocus-pocus you were practicing when I found you in the cellar, but you will practice it no more.
The I Ching trance. You interrupted it.
I did indeed.
I suppose it's useless to tell you that what I was trying to do was of vital importance to the Collins.
You have brought nothing but tragedy and suffering to this family ever since you first came here.
How can I convince you that isn't true?
Don't waste your time trying.
Edward, if you intend to keep me here, you are risking the life of your brother and the future of the Collins family.
I do not intend to keep you here very long. I'm sending you to a grave that you should have gone to long ago.
By shooting me through the heart with a silver bullet.
Yes?
I know you better than you think I know you.
What do you mean?
If you intend to keep me here, whatever much you hate me, I am still a Collins.
You forfeited your right to be a Collins or a human being when you made your pact with the devil.
It was impossible for me to prevent what I became. And as long as I live and I breathe, I carry the Collins name. And I know that you would never do anything to murder one of your own family, Edward.
It is my duty to kill you, and I will do it.
Then do it. Raise the pistol. Pull the trigger. Now! Go on, Edward. You're so devoted to doing your duty. Get it over with.
Even with someone like you, I cannot force myself to kill in cold blood. But then, it isn't necessary to kill you. I will let nature take its course.
What do you mean?
Unless you're in a coffin, you cannot survive during the day. I will leave you here in this cell and wait for the dawn to destroy you. Does the thought of death frighten you, Barnabas?
Does the thought of death not frighten you, Edward?
When my time comes, I will have no qualms when I meet my maker. I will return an hour before dawn. I want to be here when the end comes. One other thing. I have seen to it that all of the secret passages are blocked. You will not be able to get out of this cell.
You've thought of everything, haven't you?
Yes, everything.
Was restored in 1967, Willie took this desk up to the drawing room. My dear Julia, I am writing this letter on the 5th day of September in the year 1897. I am locked in the cell in the basement of the old house. In another 8 hours, I will die. It is my fervent hope that this letter will somehow survive time and be brought to your attention in the year 1969, in order that you may know why my mission to the past was a failure. I learned only during the past 24 hours that on September the 10th next, Quentin Collins will die. It was prophesied 3 events were to happen before his death. 2 of them have. Only the 3rd remains, his rejection by Jameson. My plan was to return to the present, contact Quentin's spirit, and find out who killed him. With this knowledge, I could have prevented his death and thereby saved David Collins. But all of this has been prevented by one Edward Collins, who learned my secret some months ago and became my implacable enemy. He has trapped me here. There is no escape for me. I am, and shall be to the end, your good and devoted friend, Barnabas Collins.
You're getting too big for all your clothes. Amanda, you'll just have to be patient. I've got to find a pin for Debbie. Story. Oh no, this one has no pictures in it. Dr. Julia Hoffman.
Julia, I know how difficult this must be for you, but it's pointless you're sitting there.
I know, but I can't help hoping.
I'm afraid there isn't any hope any longer. He's gone. We must accept that fact, tell the family.
What will become of David?
I wish I had the answer. I don't.
I think we should leave the wands exactly as they are on the table, Professor.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I'm hoping for a miracle.
You go upstairs. Try to get some sleep. If it'll make you feel any better, I'll spend the night here. We needn't tell the family until morning.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, Amy.
Oh, Dr. Hoffman.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Honest.
What are you hiding behind you?
Just an envelope.
May I see it?
It's nothing, really.
Well, then why do you look as if you feel so guilty?
I don't.
Let me see it, Amy.
I'll show it to you if you promise not to be angry with me.
Angry? Why would I be angry? Let me see it. Amy, where did you find this?
In the secret drawer. I guess I opened it accidentally. I was looking for a book, and the letter was in there.
It is my fervent hope that this letter will somehow survive time and be brought to your attention in the year 1969. There is no escape for me. I am and shall be to the end your good and devoted friend, Barnabas Collins. This is the most astonishing thing I've ever seen.
Professor, look at the date. September 5th, 1897.
Incredible. And today is September 5th, 1969. He's in a past that somehow runs parallel to our present.
Meaning that Barnabas is still alive.
According to this, he won't be alive much longer. Somehow he will die in less than 8 hours.
We've got to do something.
First of all, I must find out if my understanding of this letter is correct. I'm assuming that you know something about Barnabas Collins that I don't know.
I don't understand, Professor.
One passage in this letter is a complete mystery to me. But all this has been prevented by one Edward Collins, who learned my secret some months ago and became my implacable enemy. What does that mean, Julia? What is Barnabas Collins' secret? Julia, surely you know what he meant.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
But the letter takes it for granted that you would.
Maybe this Edward Collins, maybe he discovered that Barnabas came from some other time.
And for that, he decided to kill him. That doesn't seem very likely, Julia, unless this Edward Collins is a completely deranged man.
Which is certainly possible. Professor, I think we should proceed on what we know. If Barnabas Collins dies in that cell, then all will be lost for David Collins and for Chris.
That's quite true, but I have no idea what we should do.
I am going to do two things. I'm going to try to reach Quentin, and then I'm going to try to go back in the past and save Barnabas.
You're going to reach Quentin. That's been attempted any number of times, and never with any success.
The children succeeded,
Now one of them is hovering near death.
but the other one's not.
Are you willing to jeopardize the little girl's life?
I don't think she's ever been in any jeopardy. I think that David was the one that Quentin was after.
That seems a very dangerous line of reasoning.
If Quentin Collins wanted to possess both the children, he would have done it long before this.
And if you take this desperate gamble and win, what then?
Then I will come back here with the information for Barnabas.
How do you propose to go back in time?
Same way Barnabas did. The 49th hexagram is still intact, exactly as it was. I will do the same thing that he did.
All of which was absolutely nothing. You have no guarantee of success.
I've got to try.
And you may be placing yourself in grave danger.
I've got to take the risk. I've got to try to save Barnabas somehow.
Very well, Julia, if you are determined to pursue this course, at least let me give some further study to the I Ching, so I can be of more help to you.
I'm willing to do anything I can to help you, Dr. Hoffman. But I don't know about going up to Collinwood.
Amy, I'm terribly sorry, but it's the only thing we can do to keep David alive.
You mean David may die tonight?
It's very possible, unless you can get Quentin to speak to me.
But I don't know if I can do that.
Well, he's spoken to you.
Yes, but the last time he was very angry with me. I don't know if he'll speak to me anymore.
Oh, Amy. Amy, will you try one more time for David's sake?
All right, I'll try. When do we go?
Right away. Go and get your coat. Let's hurry. Oh, Professor, we will return safely. I feel sure of it. Do you know what part of the house he might be in?
It doesn't matter. He always knows when someone's here.
Well, then you'd better go to him.
All right. Quentin! Quentin, can you hear me? Quentin, please answer me. I've got to talk to you. It's It's terribly important. It's no use, Dr. Hoffman. He isn't going to answer us. Let's go back to the old house. Please?
Listen.